Howdy, hope you're doing good. Today we're going to be playing what's called harmony guitar. At first we're going to learn a very basic melody which is not in harmony. Then we'll add a harmony to it. I'll show you what our basic melody is. We'll be picking two strings at the exact same time doing this simple melody. It may look hard, but it's very easy. It's the same thing, exact same pattern in all three places. When we add a harmony note, it's going to sound like this. And once you work on this stuff, you'll be able to make up different variations of it. Stuff like you're like, no way. It's like, yeah, way. Okay, so what we're doing here at first is going to the 5th string with your thumb. That thumb is going to be changing strings every time we move to a different position, but it will always be playing every single note that you play on another string. So if I'm going, you can see over here that thumb is going the whole time. Okay, so our first set of notes here is going to be using our first finger on the G string, your 3rd string up, and again the thumb is on the 5th string, the A string. We're going to be here at the 2nd fret using our first finger. Okay, just get used to doing, it's just a pinch. Those two are the same notes actually. They're what is called an octave apart from each other. So they're both A notes. Now every time we do this, we're always going to use that finger when we start off. And then we're going to use our 3rd finger or your ring finger to do the rest of the notes. Okay, the other notes are going to be, okay, on the 4th fret. So you're just simply skipping a fret. You're on 2, meaning the 2nd fret. Then we go to 4. Then we skip another fret. We're up on the 6th fret now. Okay. Now we have to get the melody in our head. Okay, again. One time, one time, 1, 2, 3, then backward, back to home base. Okay. The picking hand down here looks like this. it's going to look like that for everything that we do. Okay, the next one we do, we're going to use our thumb on the D string or the fourth string. And we're going up here 1 fret further than we've been already. We're going up to the 7th fret or the 3rd dot. And they're only 1 string apart from each other. We're always going to stay on that there G string all the way through the whole thing. Where our thumb is just going to be changing open strings. Open meaning you have no fingers on that string. It just rings out. Okay, now we're just going to do the exact same thing. We're going to skip 2 frets and skip 2 frets and play the exact same melody. So at the 7th fret, so that goes from 7, skip a fret, to 9, up to the 11th fret. Then 3 times, back to home base. Okay, again. Okay, go as slow as you need to. Okay, then we do it again from the beginning. Twice. Now, the last one we have on the low E string with our thumb, the 6th string. Now we really get up here. We're going up 2 frets from where we started on the highest one before. We're going to be on the same string, that G string. We're just using our thumb on the low E. So now we're going all the way up here to the 9th fret. So that's 9, 11, 13. 3 times, back to home, and then originally back to home. Okay, so when we were doing the one way up high here, it's the most separated your fingers are. Okay, the reason I chose these strings for you is because we never have to play anything on those strings with our fingers. Okay, they just keep on ringing and stay where they're at as we're moving the other fingers around. Okay, so let's go ahead and take all of this together. Okay, so however long it takes you to work that up, take all the time you need. Okay, we're getting ready to do the harmony part now, so be sure you've got the other stuff really locked in your brain and good to go. What we're going to do now is, instead of using 2 fingers, we're going to use 3 fingers. We're going to put our middle finger on the B string. So we're going to have our thumb and these 2 fingers. They're going to stay on those 2 strings the entire time. So we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did we're just going to add one more finger. Everything's going to be the same with the fingers that we've been using. We're just going to add our middle finger now in between those two. Okay, so we're going to add it on the fret that is in between. You can look at what you've been doing before to keep your place, but we're just going to be dragging a new finger around with it. Okay, so we have okay, so you can see when you play the A string and then the same first note we always play, second fret on the G string, but now we're playing with our finger flat across, playing two notes. Okay, so we're covering up two notes there now on the G string and the B string. Now we're adding our finger, our ring finger on the 4th fret like we always do, but we're taking that middle finger, putting it on the 3rd fret right there. Okay, so we're doing everything the same except for we're flattening out that finger, adding that note in the middle between the two, but on the B string. It's always going to be on the B string. Skip 2 frets. To that flattened out thing now, because we'll have to play 2 notes on here. That'll take some getting used to, but everything will be exactly like that. Everything is like it was before. We're just adding this harmony note in there. Now we go up to the D string and up to the 7th fret, flatten it out. So it's just like the first one. We flatten that finger out, and our middle finger goes on the B string right in between the two. Then just drag it along with what we've done before. Okay, so we are using that D string up close with this. So we're just hooking those 2 fingers together. And then back to the beginning. Now we're going up to the biggie, using that low E string, going up to the 9th fret, doing the same thing. Flatten out that finger. That's the biggest spread you're going to have, just like before. You're just grabbing that low E string. Again. Okay, so nothing has changed. We're still using the same open strings and doing the same thing with our ring finger. But now we are just adding then just keep working on that. It will take some time, like anything. Once you get really comfortable with it, mess around with it. It's just music. Change the order of the melody. And stay here for twice as long. Okay, you can get as fancy as all that or whatever comes into your brain. Okay, so that's how we play harmony on the guitar for the beginning lesson of this kind of thing. It's very cool. Yeah, practice, 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 practice. You'll get this thing down. When you're moving these things around up here, just act like your fingers are basically glued together. Okay. Don't leave your buddy behind. He has to drag right along with the original one we did. Okay. So keep it the same distance apart all the time. Okay, that's it for today, and it probably took you a week or two to get all the way through this, which is fine and expected. It should take you about 5 weeks, but hopefully you got through it quicker than that. Again, everything is on the same 2 strings. The only thing changing is which string our thumb is on. Okay? First time, thumb is on the 5th string, the A string. Second time it's on the D string, the 4th string, back to the A string. And when we're way up here, you got that low E string. But our 2 fingers are always, always, always on the G and B string. So nothing ever changes. Everything is identical all the time. So again, start off with, get all that down real good, then add that 2nd finger. I know it's a very boring melody, but it gets the point across. Okay. You guys have fun, and I'll catch you on a future lesson. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye.